to this new episode. I'm your host, Alex Figueroa. And before we get started, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, smash that bell button so every time new videos are out weekly, you guys would be notified. But let's get into my top 10 Sam Raimi's films ranked. Let's start off with number 10. It's Spider-Man 3 from 2007. We all know this movie. This movie stars Tobey Maguire. Plus, it has three other villains: Venom, Sandman, and Green Goblin. Of course, the studio men came in and destroyed the film. You could clearly see that Venom did not need to be in this film, but he was in it. And to me, it destroyed the whole film as one. That's why it's my number 10. All right, so let's get right to my number 9. Oz the Great and Powerful from 2013, starring James Franco, Michelle Williams, and Melinis Kunis, if I'm saying her name right. But we all know her from that 70s show. She plays the witch. Look, this is a really pretty good prequel to The Wizard of Oz. James Franco plays the wizard. He was very entertaining. The world that Sam Raimi created was very immersive. You could feel like you were in there. I love the black and white in the beginning, just like the old school style, right into the color, and the colors were popping all over the place in this film. Again, if you guys have not seen the Oz the Great and Powerful, check it out. It's a pretty good prequel to a old classic film. Number 8, Drag Me to Hell from 2009. This film is pretty much... It's a law officer who has to convict the old lady, and she hits her with a supernatural curse. That's pretty much the whole film in a nutshell. The film is really good, very Sam Raimi, very Evil Dead if you want to throw all those type of camera work. Typical Sam Raimi, you know his style. This is the film. A lot of people like this movie. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people thought it was corny. For me, I enjoyed it for what it was, and that's why it's my number 8 in his top 10 films. My number 7 is Spider-Man from 2002. Now, this is the one that kicked off the whole Spider-Man and Sony Pictures. This is a very well put together movie starring William Dafoe as Green Goblin and Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. This is very decent, very drama, very comical, because Sam Raimi is pretty good with the comedy, and his drama skills too in terms of directing. Very blend of both worlds, and I liked it. It's a very good film if you have not seen it. This is from 2002, Spider-Man. You guys will enjoy that. But let's get right into my number 6. Now, this is very weird when I say this. My number 6 film is The Quick and the Dead for 1995. I love Western movies, and this movie had a whole great cast. You had young Leonardo DiCaprio, a young Sharon Stone, Russell Crowe, Gene Hackman. You had everyone in this film. The film itself, it's very good. It's a very revenge story type, but again, Sam Raimi brings his element of style, of camera work into this Western take, and it worked out very well. It was a very good story. Again, if you guys have not seen Quick and the Dead, you guys should check this out. It's a very good film. All right, guys, so let's get right into my number 5 with Army of Darkness from 1992. This movie stars Bruce Campbell as Ash Williams. This is the third movie in the Evil Dead installment. The film itself is a pretty simple storyline. He goes through time, and he has to find the Necronomicon to send him back to where he came from. That's pretty much it. But throughout the journey, he finds a lot of demons that he has to fight. Again, it's a comedy-based film. It's mostly comedy, but a lot of one-liners if you're a fan of the franchise. Again, this movie's for you if you love comedy and you love horror. I love it. It's my personal favorite. That's why it's my number 5. So let's get right into my number 4, the most underrated film in this top 10 with 1990's Darkman. Darkman is a very underrated film, very good, starring Liam Neeson. The premise of the film is pretty much Liam Neeson plays a brilliant scientist that they try to kill, but he goes out and try to seek revenge. That's pretty much the movie is about. He's trying to get his life back together again, but during that he's trying to fight a crime boss. And it has like the old vintage House of Wax element to it, plus with a little bit of superhero Spider-Man style that he shot in like 2002. You get that here, but it's a very well done drama / horror / suspense / action, you want to call the movie. But again, that's my number 4. Let's get right to my number 3, 1981, The Evil Dead. That's right, Evil Dead has made the top 3 list. This movie is pure horror. 5 friends go to a cabin, they unleash these demons, and they all get possessed, and you know the rest is history, starring Bruce Campbell. This film is really well done back in 81. I mean, this thing freaks me out now. Again, If you have not seen Evil Dead 1, check it out. You will not be disappointed. This is one of my favorite films of Sam Raimi. But again, that's my number 3, The Evil Dead. Now let's get to my number 2. Number 2 is Spider-Man 2 from 2004. Starring Tobey Maguire and Dr. Octopus. That's what I'm gonna call him, Dr. Octopus. He's in this film. This movie is straight out of the comics right onto the screen. I love this movie. It's very well put together, but again, did not have that oomph to be my number 1 in the top 10 Sam Raimi films ranked list. But it's my number 2. It's a very good comic book movie. If you guys have not checked it out, check out Spider-Man 2 from 2004. You guys will not be disappointed. All right, so let's get right to my number 1. My number 1 is the movie that I love, and that is Evil Dead 2 Dead by Dawn from 1987, starring Bruce Campbell. This film is straight reboot, a soft reboot to the franchise. It's very weird to call it a number 2 when it's totally different from a number 1. But what they did was they took the first premise and then they mixed it up and they added more to it. So it's pretty much him and his girlfriend goes back to the cabin, release the demons, and basically shit hits the fan. And Bruce Campbell has to fight his way out of everything, but he gets sent through time into Army of Darkness. That's right. This film is awesome, guys. If you love comedy horror, this is for you. If you love horror, this is for you. It's like a perfect blend of both. Bruce Campbell delivers one of the greatest lines ever with the groovy when he puts the chainsaw in his hand. One of the most iconic scenes in the film. And again, guys, I love this franchise. I love Ash Williams. I have a lot of stuff behind me that's from Evil Dead 2. That's why it's my number 1 from the Sam Raimi films that he has done. Again, guys, leave me a comment down below. What is your 10 Sam Raimi films ranked? I will love to see those and comment with you guys. Again, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, smash that bell button, so every time new videos are out, you guys will be notified. Until then, geek out.